Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 8 of the Sunderland career mode on FIFA 19. We are 3 points outside the automatic promotion spots, but still well inside the playoffs. We start with this home game against Wimbledon. It's the quietest month of the season so far, just the 4 games. Wimbledon at home, Oxford away, Accrington at home, and then Bristol Rovers away as well. So we'll sit in the first game and then play the remaining 3. You guys have recommended that I put all my money into my wage budget and look for players to sign on a pre-contract. So I am now trying to do that. I've sent my scouts out to look for players that are running low on contract. If you have any, you can suggest to me in the comment section that might be available in Season 1 that are relatively realistic, like domestic based. Then do let me know, either domestic based or domestic nationality. Like I'm looking at Ravel Morrison, who's obviously abroad right now, but English, to bring him back to the English leagues. We'll see if that's a potential for our midfield, although we have signed a couple of extra central midfielders this season, with the young Ratiu coming in from the free agents, and then Drew Yearwood coming in as well from Southend. This is Saturday's video. Just to let you know, over the next week or so, there won't be a video every single day, as I'm in Los Angeles from Wednesday until early Monday morning, and then jet lag's a thing. So I'm going to try my best to have a video for you every other day, and if I am able to do that, then great. If I'm not, then I'll be sure to let you guys know on Twitter, keep you updated with, when videos will be coming out. Perhaps I'll even send out a tweet letting you know when I've got videos scheduled for, so you can know when to come back to the channel. So do follow me on Twitter, link in the description down below. It's just one of those things. Real life gets in the way sometimes of making YouTube content, and unfortunately, this is another one of those occasions. But I'll be out at EA Play in Los Angeles next week, where we should be getting some FIFA 20 information. So we'll wait and see what happens on that front, but hopefully we should be able to get some positive feedback about FIFA 20. We'll hopefully get some hands-on at FIFA 20, and hopefully get some positive news about FIFA 20. Whether there'll be anything career mode based, I'm not sure, but to start off with, they need to sort the gameplay out before they start thinking about anything else. We get a win here against Wimbledon. It's 2-0 up, or a 2-0 scoreline, sorry. So we'll take that. That's another set of 3 points that can go into the tally. Ratiu is asking to play a little bit more, and he has had the call from the comment section as well to perhaps get a couple of starts. So I'm contemplating putting him in ahead of Honeyman. What are Ratiu's defensive stats, actually? Yeah, his tackling's not that good. It would certainly be Honeyman that he goes in for. Well, we'll wait and see. I might start him in the next game against, it was Oxford next, wasn't it? I might start him in the next game. Drew Yearwood is now being trained, as is Jack Clark. So our new signings are going to continue to grow, hopefully. Our current players, Lyndon Gooch here, going up to 72 rated. So delighted with that. We do have to perhaps think about contracts, actually. I do want to just double check and make sure that we have people here long term, and we do. There's nobody that's running out. These guys are on loan. Embleton is a youngster that's out on loan, but not worried about keeping him. Jimmy Dunn is a player that's in on loan, and I'd be interested in bringing him in permanently, actually. Let me have a quick look on FIFA to see what his potential is. Jimmy Dunn, he's 68 rated to start. He's got potential of 78, and 70 rated currently. I would be interested in making that a permanent transfer if you guys would be keen on me doing the same. So we could have a look at him next season, of course, to bring in another centre-back. Lewis Morgan, I'm not overly fussed about keeping. And then Keziah Sterling hasn't featured for me so far. And obviously we brought in Sean Maguire, so I doubt he will feature between now and the end of the season. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. There's a number of people in the squad that haven't played for me that I want to sell on but can't because they were brand new in this year. So the squad is... Well, we decided that the squad needed gutting. We've done half of that job. But there's still a long way to go with regards to getting the players in and the quality of player in that we want, that we feel that we need to be competitive at the higher levels. But for now, we're doing okay. Snow flurries at the Kassam. Let's see if we can get a win against Oxford. Corner for Oxford. clearly going to be taking this one short. And the cross coming there from Carruthers. He's turned one. He's played it in along the floor. Wasn't expecting that. First chance of the game for Oxford United. First chance of the game for either side, to be fair. Low in there to Grigg. Will go short. Send Lyndon Gooch away. Turn inside. Actually get a sort of cross here to Grigg, who could shoot from the edge of the box. It's blocked. Always going to fall kindly for Gooch. And Eastwood with the save. It was Westwood that was victorious against us yesterday with Sheffield Wednesday. It might well be Eastwood that's trying his hardest to keep us out today. I still can't quite believe the manner of our defeats in yesterday's episode. But hopefully today we don't suffer the same misfortune. Here's George Honeyman in there to Gooch. Griggs there. Oh, that would have been nice through the gap. Still won't quite fall for me. Oh, Oxford are committing to a very defensive setup here. They always have a lot of shirts back here. There's one CDM there, Brannigan, who's a player we looked at in the last RTG we did actually with Cambridge United, but never actually committed to signing. A player that's very, very solid in the midfield, but they are having the odd foray forward and causing me problems when they do, but for the time being, we're able to deal with them. Grigg, we will get the through to Maguire. No, we won't. Again, Lucinho, a defensive central midfielder, cuts the ball out. Kashi in there to Brannigan around the corner. First time hit from Hall, and you know that's going in. First time hits do have a tendency to fly into the back of the net, and it has done on this occasion. 6 minutes before half time, we find ourselves 1-0 down here. On his left foot, really nice finish. Just laid it into him, and then Bosch picked that out. Great strike. On his left foot, I don't know if he's left-footed actually. Let's have a look. Hall. Rob Hall. He is not that incredible. He is left-footed though, but stat-wise, he's not that good. Decent pace, but not really much else. Oh well. Clearly his shooting's not that bad because he's just put Oxford 1-0 up here. We shall have to come from behind. Mackie, Carruthers, nice ball through to Rob Hall. Delivers on his right foot this time. Matthews wins the header. Maguire's there. Just knock that down to Jamal Lowe. Squeeze it through, looking for Maguire again. Takes it in his stride well enough and will look to accelerate away. This is something he can do quite readily. Nice ball into Will Grigg. We'll come back this way. Honeyman, wait for Maguire to make the run. Play him in. Senior committed to ground there. Oh, I thought the referee was going to give a pen. I thought the referee was giving a pen, and I was about to go mad because it certainly wasn't. And it definitely wasn't, because it was the half-time whistle, not the whistle for a penalty. Right, big second half upcoming. If we want to stay in touch with those in the top two automatic promotion spots, we are going to have to come back from behind here against Oxford. Here's Brown in space, down the left-hand side. Decent delivery. Carruthers with the header straight at McLaughlin again. I've been slightly fortunate that a couple of their chances in this second half have been straight at my goalkeeper. Otherwise, then we might find ourselves going further behind. Hall's gone off now. Can't say as I'm sad to see the back of him, but Jordan Graham, who's come on, is a decent player and also has a little bit of pace. Formerly of Wolves, don't know whether it's a permanent transfer here or just a loan move again. Ratu in there to Lyndon Gooch, who's turned nicely here. Lyndon will let fly, but it takes a deflection off Garbutt and defends it well. Jack Clark will take the corner. It's a decent delivery, but punched clear by the keeper. It'll drop to Ratu, who is left-footed. Not the best of efforts, so comfortable for the keeper. 20 minutes to try and find this equaliser. Find a teammate here, and we might still get it. Through for Jack Clark. Hit it first time. Can't keep it down. Nice little 1-2 between Jordan Graham and a Beaker. Graham still coming down the left-hand side of our defence. Another effort straight at the goalkeeper. Oxford, if they could finish, would be home and dry here. Unfortunately for them, they haven't been able to get the ball into the back of the net more than just the once so far. Maguire, Jack Clark made a great move there, to be fair. Great run, but I just didn't get it to him quickly enough before he ran offside. Maguire is going to break free here for Will Grigg, which is quite handy. And that cross here to Jack Clark, who could drop the shoulder, then cut back. We've got support. Maguire spins, can't get this shot away. Lee CATTERMOLE does. Oh, and scores a belter. 81st minute, CATTERMOLE draws us level. Picking up the captain's armband as George Honeyman was dropped and leading by example. What a finish from Captain Fantastic. It took a deflection the first time, I think, didn't it? Or no, just a heavy touch. And then, well, the finish was superb. Would have liked to have turned and finished with Maguire, but as long as the ball ends up in the back of the net, I don't care. And that is a stunning goal. Well, Oxford paying for their lack of clinical finishing in front of goal, because it's now 1-1. Brannigan in there to Brown. They have to stay keen here because we don't want to concede a last-minute goal to lose again, and thankfully we haven't. If Oxford were better at putting the ball into the corners rather than straight at the keeper, hands down they'd have won this. 6 shots, 6 on target, not clinical enough. A 1-1 draw away from home at the Kassam Stadium. Having a quick look, Barnsley drew 1-1, Luton won, so they'll extend their lead above us at the top. 62 points now for Barnsley, 3 points clear of Luton, who are further 3 points clear of us. And we're a point clear of Charlton, but we are 8 points inside the playoffs, which is the most important thing. Up next for us is Accrington Stanley at home. Might change the side around a little bit from the last game to see if we can't try and instigate yet further changes and further positive actions from the team. Created a little bit in that game, 6 shots, 3 on target, but could do with a little bit more. Williams to Key. The ball about nicely here. Williams crosses decent. Finley heads on target, to be fair. Nice little flick on, but didn't catch the keeper out, thankfully for me. Couple of changes in this. Starting lineup, Jack Clark gets the start. Ratiu gets the start. And a change at centre-back as well. Greg will give this back to Lyndon Gooch here. I'm going to have 4 in the middle to find. And Donacien is the man that the ball ends up with. Jack Clark will deliver this in from the corner. Looped. And Sykes with the header. Jack Baldwin, not going to shoot with him. Ratiu we could. He is left-footed though, so I needed to turn back onto that left-hand side. Cattermole's touch took him straight into a defender. Not the most slick of opening moves, to be honest. Accrington Stanley have the worst away record in the league, as you can see top left. So, on paper, this should be an easy victory. But on grass, it always tends to be different for me. 09 in at right back as well to get himself some first team football. Could really do with a good result here. Quiet back to Cattermole. Around the corner, Grigg, Maguire, good footwork. Sean Maguire straight at Maxted. Yeah, he might well drop to the floor like that, mate. Corners come in. He loops them, Jack Clark. I've not asked him to loop the corners like that. It's just seemingly the technique that he uses really tends to loop the ball into the box. It does make it easier for attackers to get to the ball, but it also makes it easier for defenders to get to the ball, annoyingly. Ratiu back to Cattermole. Tried to squeeze that to Jack Clark there. It will drop from here. Reece James will stand that ball up, and Will Grigg can't get underneath it either. I just can't seem to win headers with men in the middle at the moment. We shall have to try and keep the ball on the floor to work possession. Oh, come on. How can you not throw that to your teammate that stood right there? Forward there to Maguire. Clark's calling for it over the top, so in we shall play him. Brings it down nicely. We get it back on that right foot. We said we'll try and keep it on the floor rather than crossing it in, which we've done well. And Maguire has the opportunity, but he's gotten right underneath that. And that's not barely curved at all with a finesse effort. It's just gone straight up and into the stand. Williams back there to Wood. Around the corner. Oh, nice little flick by Key. Williams into the box. James away. Gooch trying to get it there towards Sean Maguire, but can't. Donacien will get it down the line here to Finley. And Accrington Stanley are dominating the second half so far. And I'm not sure about the keeper there. Really not sure about the keeper there. We'll see if it took a deflection, but that was very, very odd. It almost bounced over him, I think. Did it take a deflection? Dear McLaughlin, the fuck? What is that animation? Right, Accrington Stanley 1-0 up. James with the throw. Get it back there to Lee Cattermole. Here's Ratiu. Quickly look for Grigg. Around the corner to Lyndon Gooch. That's an equaliser. Lovely finish by Lyndon Gooch. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to take Ratiu off for max power. And then I might try... do I? No, we'll leave it as is. We'll leave that as is. I just wanted an extra set of fresh legs in the middle that might help me just solidify. Ratsu's been decent in creative terms, but I want to make sure that we don't lose this equalising goal. Not the best of angles for the replays. 4th goal of the League One season. Let's make sure we don't lose what could be a point for us here. And if we get the chance to get a winner, then fantastic. But I don't want to go all out for it because I will come unstuck. Don't trust this goalkeeper. Corner for Aki Stanley. It's going to drop. Smith blocked by Will Grigg, who fell over. Nolan. Grigg trying to close him down. Can't get to him. Here's Clark into the middle. Smith. I don't know whether the keeper should do better with that one, to be fair. No, I don't think that... I can't put the blame on the keeper for that one. It's a lovely finish by Key. What a flicked-on diving header that is. That's just unbelievable. Billy Key. It's Accrington Stanley 2. Sunderland 1. Quiet. Here's Grigg. Here's Max Power. Again, Lyndon Gooch, his man in space on the far side. And he's driven inside. Oh, Max stood with a save. Lyndon Gooch is taking things on his own shoulders here. Win that header. Oh, Connolly with the clearance. I can't seem to win any aerial battles. Not just in this game. Not just in this episode. This season. We've barely scored any headed efforts all year. Oh, nice idea by Will Grigg to try and play the reverse pass there. I don't think we've scored a header all season, have we? I used to rely quite... Well, not heavily, but we used to have a handful of goals scored from headers throughout the course of a season, but we're not seemingly doing that here at Sunderland. It's a nice time of pass. Taking his stride, Will Grigg in behind. Will Grigg for 2-2. The keeper got something on it, but it's not enough. 2-2. 12 minutes to go to look for that winner. Corner for Accrington Stanley. Stoppage time. If they score, they win. If we clear it, we could stand a chance of counter-attacking and winning ourselves. Oh, where's that going to drop? McLaughlin gobbles it up. Is there time to get further down the field? Let's go, Jack Clark. Don't do it, ref. A 2-2 draw against Accrington Stanley. And massive question marks over our goalkeeper. It's no wonder the first clip of the highlight reel is zooming straight in on his face. Mistake. Big mistake. Terrible mistake. But Accrington Stanley's first goal. It's a really good second from there. That diving header was very impressive. But McLaughlin, I do believe you have played your last game for me. That was just, quite frankly, nowhere near good enough. And it's not the first time he's made mistakes this season. We're still third. And we could improve our position if we're able to get a decent result in the third and final game of the episode, which is away from home against someone. I can't remember. It was Oxford, Aki Stanley, and then Bristol Rovers. That was it. Bristol Rovers up next. For us, I'm not sure where they are in the league or what sort of season they're having. Bristol Rovers are 13th. Oh dear. I just can't believe the way that first goal went in. Ratu wants to start. He did do well, but I'm going to stick with the... in fact, no, I'm going to take low out for Jack Clark again. Jack Clark had a good game there, actually. Yeah, we'll leave it as that. We'll actually start Jack Clark over to Marlowe permanently, I think. Right, Bristol Rovers away. Let's get a win this time. Swept to Maguire. Here's Lee CATTERMOLE bursting into the space. We'll find Jack Clark here. Cut back. Float the ball in. And even when my players look favourite for the header, they still don't win the header. I don't know whether I need just a taller striker. Maybe someone like Lyle Taylor could do a job for me up top. That was a terrible pass. Also a terrible first touch. I might look into that next season, you know. Maybe try and sign a striker that has the physical stats that I like with regards pace and technical stats that I like with regards to good touch and decent passing. But someone that's taller that can actually have on offer an aerial threat. Grigg, early looking for Maguire. Has he got the legs to get there? No. Great defensive action from Tom Lockyer. Gooch. Decent delivery by Clark Harris. It's going to drop here to Gooch. Grigg forward to Maguire. Get it under control and look to accelerate away. I mean, he didn't get it under control, but we have still accelerated away somehow. Here's Will Grigg. We go left again. Maguire in behind. Maguire! Couldn't be more unlucky. Right in front of those travelling fans who would have gone a long way to go from Sunderland all the way down here to Bristol. Desperate to give them a victory in this one to make the God knows how many hour and hundreds of mile round trip worth it. Jack Clark could deliver here. I see Gooch arriving at the back post, but he just didn't commit to the run. He had a handful of yards on the defender there, but just hesitated, and the defender got back into position. I can't believe Maguire hasn't finished that. Was so well struck on his left foot. Off the bar and out. Win that header, thank you. CATTERMOLE struggling to get it under control. Clark will try and cause us some issues here. Here's Skark again. Dunn intercepts, can't get rid of it. Skark gets the turn, and the delivery is good. And Casada does brilliantly. That's what I want from a goalkeeper. Actually decent ability. Oh, that wasn't the best of passes, and Honeyman loses out. Circum. Oh, and they've still scored anyway. In the 3rd minute of 2 added minutes, Bristol Rovers take the lead. Just a poor pass. Honeyman couldn't accelerate quickly enough to get there, and a lovely pass, and it's gone through the goalkeeper. But if he came out and stopped there, Casada. If he'd have kept going, would he have gotten to it? To get down to smother it? I don't know.
And that has opened the scoring.
1-0 down again. Win that header. Well up, George. Oh.
Saw the pass coming.
He's well up, but he didn't head it to a teammate. Maguire. Oh, how that managed to find Will Grigg, I'm not sure. I'll get this out to Lyndon Gooch at pace. Touch takes him back in field. Oh, come on, you're better than that. It's good football. Riley back out there to Skark. Everybody tracking back, trying to get involved. Ball whipped in well. Matthews, bit of a 50p head there. That could have gone anywhere. I'm going to take George Honeyman off. He's really not been impressing the last couple of games. He scored that goal when we dropped him back to centre midfield, but I don't think George Honeyman is really offering much to the team right now. Which is a real shame, because in real life he's talented and really does add something to the Sunderland side and is their captain. But for me in this save, it's not really happening right now for George Honeyman. He might be finding his first team spot under threat. Well, he's finding his first team spot under threat. There's just no two ways about it.
And it's going to be his throw
Throw
here.
for Rovers. Upson back to Holmes Dennis. They've played well here, Bristol Rovers, and really have so far earned and deserved their 1-0 lead. Circum into the middle, headed away by Jimmy Dunn. Maguire can't get to it. Upson, Clark Harris, take it off him. Yes, Flanagan, well done. He's had enough of defending. He wants to get involved in the attacking. We'll look for Will Grigg. Defender read it before Will could. And now Flanagan's out of position. But he's in position enough to get the ball back again. No, why could he not find the teammate there? Just play it far enough ahead of the defender that it reaches the man that you're trying to pass to. Lyndon Gooch on the run. Into Grigg. There's space in the middle there for CATTERMOLE. Jack Clark's in space too. As is Maguire. Will look for him first. Find Jack Clark. Good shot blocked by Craig. Gets that first CATTERMOLE. Ref, is that a foul? Why would you run at the ball and just fall over next to it? Lee CATTERMOLE, what are you doing? Harris across to Skark at the back post. Oh, saved by Casada. I think it was straight at him. He just needed to react. It's a decent volley. Ball comes flying across. Good positioning by the keeper. Yeah, it was straight at him, but still. Oh, what a strike. Rodman will take the corner. He's literally just come on for Skark. Is he to get an assist immediately? Casada with a single-handed punch away. It'll drop here to Upson. Try and win it back. Haven't been able to. Riley turns well. Cross deflected, Ratu down, and Maguire will get this forward to Will Grigg. Counter-attack is on. That's you. That's good footwork. That was absolutely vital that he got that turn in. Will Grigg to equalise. No, it's going to fall kindly for Maguire. Grigg should have buried that. Will Grigg certainly should have buried it, but we'll take the finish from Maguire and be happy with it. We're level again. It was all about that turn from Ratiu. That was what made the difference there. I think Ratiu's going to get the first team start ahead of George Honeyman now permanently. Oh, dearie me. 1-1 with 9 minutes to go. We might yet win this game. Riley delivers. Away by Jimmy Dunn. Here's Maguire. Grigg is there. As well to hold on to it. Out to Duncan Watmore, who's come on as a substitute here. And we'll look down the line there for Sean Maguire, who will have the pace to get away. I don't want to play this through the air. Duncan, obviously, CATTERMOLE! We criticised him earlier, but he's popped up with 2 very important goals in today's episode. An equaliser against Oxford, and what might well be a winner away from home against Bristol Rovers. Just sauntered onto it with no stamina and no pace, and smacked it home through the defender's legs, out the keeper's reach, side netting. An 80th and 87th minute goal for Sunderland might well now give us a win against Bristol Rovers, when, to be fair, not that long ago I was resigned to defeat. Oh, this season just doesn't stop offering up twists and turns. We can't seem to find any sort of consistency to push properly for those 2 automatic spots, automatic promotion spots, or maybe even the title. Don't equalise now. Thank you for the save there, Casada. Oh, it hit the post. It was the post, not the goalkeeper, and that would genuinely have been the last kick of the game. Come on, ref, do me a favour, please. Thank you. 3 points against Bristol Rovers. Oh, wow. We can't get the consistency to properly push for that automatic oh, jeez, I can't talk either. Automatic promotion spots at the top of the league. We're consistent in our inconsistency. Ratiu certainly impressed in that last game and genuinely will now keep the start ahead of George Honeyman. We'll put him into the starting lineup regularly now. We're a point outside the top 2. And 4 points now ahead of Charlton. 4 points off Barnsley at the top with 12 games to go. Shouldn't be that many games per month now. 4 per month? Oh, March is very busy. April, oh, just the 1 game in May. Okay. Well, busy month tomorrow then, and we do face Barnsley. In fact, it won't be tomorrow when the next video comes up. It might be a couple of days as I'm away from home for 2 days, but then hopefully Monday I'll be able to get back and record to cover the time that I'm away. Actually, no, yeah, maybe. Might be able to get you one for Monday, but there certainly won't be a video tomorrow, but there should be a stream in the evening. So keep your eyes peeled, basically. I'll be tweeting out, letting you know what's going on. But for now, that's all for this episode. Do make sure you follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, and Mixer if you haven't already. But for now, thank you very much for watching, guys. This season is going to go down to the wire, and how it will end, I couldn't tell you, because we keep winning, we keep drawing, and we keep losing. So Christ knows what's going to happen at the end. I'll see you next time.